to show off two of the more recent Doctor Who DVDs. So start off, Battlefield, starring Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor. This is actually from Doctor Who's last season. Turn off this monitor here so we have less glare. This is from Doctor Who's last season, the original series, season 26, starring Sylvester McCoy. So the situation with this one right here is actually similar to an earlier DVD release, The Curse of Fenric, that was released in Region 1 back in 2004, and I can't remember if it was the same year or not, in Region 2, or I say, yeah, Region 1, 2004. Anyway, so on Disc 1 includes the original 4-part episode, plus quite a few special features, which especially on the double disc features is pretty much expected these days. But on Disc 2, it includes a special feature-length version. In the last season, both Battlefield and The Curse of Fenric had a lot of material cut. So what they've done is they've gone through and they've reassembled it. Now, I believe Battlefield, actually, the material, or the longer version, was originally released on VHS, although I never have actually seen that myself. In terms of the season itself, Sylvester McCoy has always been kind of controversial. People either love him or hate him, although season 26 was definitely his strongest season, and you could tell that the show was improving from that point on. And actually, when you watch some from that last season, especially the very last story, Survival, you can kind of see glimpses of the style that would be carried through when the series came back in 2005, especially with Christopher Eccleston's first season. Second one is the East Base trilogy. This is from season 18, Tom Baker's final season as the Doctor. So 3 stories. Okay, so now they're out of the package. So the first one, this was actually the 3rd story from season 18, Full Circle, featuring the ever-famous Swamp Men, however you want to call them. Kind of one of the earliest memories I have of Doctor Who is remembering those things coming out of the swamp. That would have been back when this season was first aired in North America in the early 1980s. All of these are single disc releases, but still have a fairly decent assortment of special features. At least the basic documentaries that you would expect with something that is not a vanilla release, although even vanilla releases still have a lot. Second one, this is actually one of my favorites, State of Decay, classic vampire story. Actually, it's funny, whenever someone kind of knows Doctor Who but they're not sure, they always seem to bring up this episode. It's probably one of the more memorable of the entire series. Also written by Terrence Dicks, who was script editor during John Pertwee's time on the show. Probably one of the strongest Doctor Who writers. And I haven't watched the special features on this, although apparently there's some, I can't remember what it was called, I think it's the Leaves of Blood feature or something like that, where it's kind of gory, has something to do with blood and film or something like that. What I must say, of course, the restoration and all these done with the Doctor Who restoration team, and it's probably taken for granted at this point that the restorations will be of a superior nature. And then the conclusion of the East Base trilogy, and also the last episode to feature Romana and K9, where they finally got rid of him, which actually John Nathan Turner, after taking over the show, would want to get rid of K9 for quite some time by the end of the season. But Warrior's Gate, probably the weaker out of the 3 E-Space stories, but still definitely worth watching. I enjoyed it, and I haven't watched this one yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And of course, standard complement of special features. So anyways, that is the current, or my latest Doctor Who DVD update. But there will of course be more to come, so as usual, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.